What if the person praying for your downfall is the same person you invite over for coffee every morning? Mary and Elena were more than neighbors. They were newlyweds who started their lives together in the same building. But while Mary was building a family, Elena was building a grudge. This is a true story of how a perfect friendship was actually a calculated deception, and how a single forgotten key finally revealed the rot behind the door. At first, they were inseparable. But as time passed, their paths diverged. Mary had her first child, then her second. Elena remained childless. Elena began visiting Mary daily, but her conversation had changed. She didn't offer comfort. She offered critiques. "Mary, your husband works so much. Don't you think he's neglecting you? My husband always brings me expensive gifts." Other times she would say softly, "You deserve more care. Doesn't he bring you flowers? My husband never forgets." Mary was naive. She thought Elena was just boasting out of happiness. She didn't realize Elena was carefully sowing seeds of resentment in her marriage. Mary didn't confront her. She just listened, unaware that her domestic peace was being systematically dismantled. Slowly, the harmony in Mary's home began to fracture. Arguments over nothing, a misplaced key, a cold dinner, became the new routine. Mary felt a heavy, inexplicable fog settling over her life. One afternoon, Mary's eldest son burst through the door, his face radiant. "Mama, I'm first in my class." Elena, who was sitting on the sofa, tilted her head. Her smile didn't quite reach her eyes. "Oh, how wonderful for you, Mary. He's so smart. He might actually become a doctor or a lawyer. Such a gifted child." An hour after Elena left, the boy's radiance vanished. A sudden, violent fever gripped him. By midnight, Mary was in the emergency room, clutching her shivering son, wondering how a day of triumph had turned into a night of terror. Weeks later, Mary's husband bought a new car. Elena admired it and said that it was really beautiful. The very next day, that beautiful car was totaled in a freak accident. Luckily, no one was hurt, but the peace of the household was shattered. A different neighbor pulled Mary aside. "Mary, be careful. Not everyone who smiles at you is your friend. Stay away from Elena," she warned. But Mary brushed it off. "We've been friends for years," she said. "It's impossible." The turning point happened by pure accident. Mary arrived at her door with her baby in her arms, only to realize she had left her keys inside. She walked to Elena's apartment to wait for her husband. Before she could knock, she heard Elena's voice from inside, loud, sharp, and dripping with venom. She was speaking to someone on the phone. "Mary? She's just lucky. She has a husband who adores her and children who are perfect. She doesn't deserve any of it. Do you know what I deal with? My mother-in-law mocks me because I'm childless. My husband is a miser. He won't even buy me a car, and he constantly tells me Mary's cooking is better than mine. I hate seeing her face. I hope she loses everything." Mary stood frozen. The air left her lungs. In that moment, the coincidences aligned. The fever, the crash, the arguments with her husband, it wasn't bad luck. It was the negative energy of a woman who wanted her life destroyed. Mary didn't knock. She walked away, her heart hammering against her ribs like a trapped bird. She waited for her husband at another neighbor's house, her mind replaying every gentle remark Elena had ever made. From that day on, she cut the cord. But Elena wouldn't stop. She kept trying to visit, and every time she entered the house, the atmosphere turned toxic. The children fought. Her husband was on edge, and Mary felt a crushing exhaustion. She realized that you cannot heal in the same environment that is making you sick. She didn't confront Elena. She knew that a heart filled with that much venom would only strike back harder. Instead, She spoke to her husband. "We need to go. This house, it doesn't hold our happiness anymore. We need a new start." So, they moved and left behind the ill will and the neighbor who fed on their misery. Envy is a silent thief. Some people don't want what you have, they just want you to lose it. Not every eye that looks at you is looking with love. Mary learned the hard way that broadcasting your happiness to those who are suffering in silence can breed a dangerous resentment. Protect your blessings. You don't owe everyone a front row seat to your success. If this story opened your eyes, let us know by hitting that like button. Drop a comment below to share your thoughts on Mary's decision. Did she do the right thing? Share this video to warn others and subscribe for more true stories that reveal the hidden side of human nature. See you in the next one.